Hey everyone, welcome to our first ever Shrimpy Awards. I'm live from the red carpet at the Shrimpy Awards. It is so great to have everyone here. We're going to be looking and seeing what some of our contestants for the Shrimpy Awards, what their work has been wearing. We're going to check out some of their covers in just a second. We have a bunch of people showing up today. Please do say hello in the live chat. Go ahead and bet on who you think you'll win. Comment about things, support each other. We're here to have a lot of fun. We're here to be interactive. I'll be throwing some of your comments up on the screen throughout it. It's like the Oscars, but bigger. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we have some people. There's A. Davis. He thinks he's here. He definitely is here. Welcome, A. Davis. We have Dale Lyman. Dale Lyman, he's also here. Lynn Hallbrooks, welcome. And we're starting to get a lot of people. Robert, hey, it's good to see you. Con, yes, please do use your voice modulator throughout this, as you watch. It's so cool. Asher Taylor, welcome. So, Luis Belanger. Sorry if I'm messing up your last name, Luis. So, Luis. Well, it's so great to have everyone here. We're gonna have a lot of fun today. But starting up, let's see what our lineup is. We have some people coming down, checking out their works here on the red carpet. Oh, Mayreen, you're also here. Welcome, Mayreen. Well, it's great. Well, chat with each other in the live chat all throughout this. I'll shout you out every chance I can get. But let's jump over and let's check out what some of these books have been wearing. Let's judge a few books by their cover from some of our contestants. So here we are. Oh, look at that. We have Under a Dark Star by Anna Faversham. Oh, look at that. I just love the beauty and the mystery. It really captures the mystery that she loves to have in there. Poor Jackson says, "You skipped me. I didn't skip you, Jackson. I just got you." So, well, over here, let's check out some more of what we have coming down the red carpet. These are some of our contestants that entered into the Shrimpy Awards this year. The Fifth Prophet. Oh, Dr. Davis, look at that. It captures a lot of the Dr. Davis writes a lot of these really in-depth speculative fiction, and it's just rather interesting. So, The Power of Conviction by Katherine Russell. Look at this. It really captures that. Look at it. It's they have that darkness versus light aspect. You can see kind of going off on an adventure. It really captures the feel of that struggle between angels and demons in the church. So, David Cummer's My Abigail. This really captures David's entire works when it comes to that dark and suspenseful and what's going to happen. So, and Dr. Davis, you should have worn your red flannel. Definitely, you would be matching me. I'm wearing red today. So, oops. So, The Craftsman and the Wizard, another favorite by Joel Newland, once again capturing some of that Dungeons and Dragons-esque feel, Lord of the Rings, some of that high fantasy, if you will. Death by Diploma, Chalkboard Outlines, Book 1. Kelly K. Kelly just writes a lot of great kind of lighthearted mystery and really fun, dives into a kind of a fun murder mystery if you're looking for a bit of fun there. So, Animals, Acrobatics, Attitude, and Amour, Lynn Hallbrooks. Oh, look at the cat. I mean, Lynn really captured what honestly every single cover should always be wearing in your books. Definitely throw in an adorable animal in there, because I would totally buy it if there's a cat on your cover. And Into the Macrocosm by Con Lavery, going into this strange universe of cosmic horror and kind of explorations there. He definitely captured that with just the feel of the strangeness and the something on the horizon. Well, that's what some people have been wearing. I'm getting it in just now that we're just about ready to start. We have people trickling in, and so. Well, it's so great to have you all for our Shrimpy Awards, and we are going to go ahead and dive on in. We're going to get off the red carpet here. Welcome, everyone. Please do comment down there in the live chat, unless you're Jackson Taylor, who said I should have worn underwear. Please do. This is a classy show, sir. Thank you. So, well, welcome. We just have an exciting show for you today. So we're going to dive on in. We're going to start Shrimpy Awards, our first ever one of my brainchild from years ago. I'll explain a bit about that. We'll go in and I'll just share with you a bit about my mentality and hosting Diabolic Shrimp in this show, and then we'll share just briefly all of our contestants and announce our winner of the grand prize. And Lynn Hallbrook's animals do have a certain attitude or catitude. I agree. So, all right. Well, welcome to the first ever Diabolic Shrimp Shrimpy Awards. Announcing for you the first ever Shrimpy Awards. Please welcome your host, myself, Josh Grant. Hey everyone, I'm Josh Grant. I'm your host for today. I'm a best-selling author and comic creator and the creator of Diabolic Shrimp. In case you haven't known that, then awesome, you accidentally ended up here. Well, welcome to our very first Shrimpy Awards. It is so great to have you all. This is a strange idea I had years ago, back when I first started Diabolic Shrimp. I wanted to support other authors such as myself. I realized it was really difficult to get your books out there and get seen. And there's so much good work out there. There's so many wonderful people out there that I want to celebrate. And so I wanted to create something that did that. And originally you would get onto Diabolic Shrimp and you would try and get a review and you would get the original Shrimpy Award. Here's our original Shrimpy Award. He's attached to a pencil, and it's quite lovely. We've gotten a bit more sophisticated since then, and so we've been growing as a community. And so I wanted to show people that shrimp are not all shellfish. We are out there for other people. Go ahead and put your groans down there in the live comments whenever you feel like it with my shrimp puns. And so we wanted to grow as a community and help each other out, and we really have. We are nearly 5,000 people strong by this point, and we've grown into having a YouTube channel as well. And the Shrimpy Awards is all part of that. A year ago, I was sitting there, and we were all kind of feeling the pain of the pandemic in some way across the world altogether, whether people are losing people, whether people are feeling a bit isolated, whether people are angry about something. We were all feeling a bit of that pain. And I was looking for a way to try and connect us as a community a bit better. And I had the idea that now is the time to put out this idea of the Shrimpy Awards. So I opened that up a year ago. For those of you that may not have heard of the Shrimpy Awards before, I had a lot of questions about it when I announced it just recently to this show. It's a award for short fiction. It's the Vegas award on the internet. It has very few rules. There are 2 rules to be in the Shrimpy Awards. One, your submission has to be less than 20 pages or 5,000 words. So it could be a chapter from a book. It could be a poem. It could be a comic. It could be all sorts of different things. I wanted to keep it vague on purpose to make it super simple for everybody. The other rule was that you do have to buy one of my books. Many of you have in the past, so I actually wanted to celebrate that. And if you bought one of my books ever in time, then you can enter the Shrimpy Awards at any time. It's open all year long. Submissions close on April 1st. Now, you can still submit on April 1st or after April 1st, but they will be considered the next year. And I announce it always every year on May 1st. So this is going to be an annual thing. It's really exciting. The grand prize winner can win $50, as well as being able to say, I'm an award-winning author, as well as you'll get like our Diabolic Shrimpy Awards badge to be able to promote to other people, and winning money. You're a professional author, so to speak. And so it's the smallest award on the internet, and that's part of the fun of it, though. We're out to have a lot of fun. It's very subjective. It's just whatever I want to go with. So up Anna Faversham, you just showed up. Better late than never. On Diabolic Shrimp, we're always late. We're the least professional talk show on the internet, so it's all part of the fun. So, well, throughout today, by all means, shout out other authors. Bet on who's winning. That's part of the fun of being in this. I'm going to share our people in a second. But the cool thing about this award is that when you submit, your submission is in there for good until you want to withdraw it. And so if you submit this and you don't win this year, your submission will be considered every year after that. And if you want to switch out your submission at any time, you can actually do that as well. It's a very open-ended. I wanted a nice contest, and I wanted to have a bit of fun with people. And so we run on shrimp time here, says Dale Lyman. Whatever that is. That is very true. It's shrimp. We're just lackadaisical people. Well, I'm so happy to have you all. Thank you for supporting Diabolic Shrimp throughout the years. If you're brand new, thank you for jumping on with us. If you've been here since the beginning, I really appreciate you. We started Diabolic Shrimp with only 6 people. And over time, we've grown to a community that is nearly 5,000 people strong, which is just incredible to me. I never expected to see this, and everyone's been so supportive, and it's always my goal to give back to you. Let me share just a bit, going into just a bit about my mentality for why I started Diabolic Shrimp. Then I'll share our people that are up for the award, and then there will be the grand announcement in the end. So years ago, I was working with kids, and I was up in the mountains, and you know, I had 4th graders, and we're all in this cabin, and we were all getting ready for bed when all of a sudden, like, water started trickling through the wall, like a solid wall, like the one back here. And my co-counselor and I are looking, and it's like 3 feet up on the wall. It's not even at the bottom. And my co-counselor and I we're looking at it, and we're like, that's strange. It's like, maybe we should have the kids get their shoes on or something, because water is coming through the wall. When suddenly the solid wall like this burst through with water, like water up to my chest, freezing cold water, and the building collapsed on us, right? And just kind of knocked it down on us. And luckily, it collapsed in a way that we weren't crushed or anything, but we just got blasted by this flash flood. And my kids and I, fortunately, I mean, it knocks you down, it sucks you under, it rolls you. And my kids and I were fortunately able to get out of there without getting like too damaged. We definitely got scratched up. I got hit in the head with something. Maybe that's why I am the way you see me today. But we all went up a hill, and we all sat on top of this hill for like a good hour, just getting blasted by freezing cold rain, by getting blasted by large pieces of hail, and lightning was going off, and it was a very chaotic thing. And the incredible part was the next few days, though. Like, it destroyed the road leading up to this camp, and so and buried parts of the road in 10 feet of mud and rocks and debris. And so we had to wait for Red Cross and all these other people to dig us out. And so we were stuck up in the mountains for 3 days. It's myself and some college age counselors and like 300 kids. And this flash flood destroyed literally everything. It just utterly destroyed camp. It destroyed. Luckily, our dining hall survived the actual food part of it. The rest of the dining hall was destroyed, and so we had food, but we had to grill outside for like 300 kids. It was really exciting. We always had these big grills. It was just such a crazy experience. But I just had this amazing moment, a truly amazing moment when I was sitting there with my kids who had a building fall on them, who had all of our stuff destroyed. None of us had shoes, actually. We had to borrow these. We had made little weird kind of shoes out of old cloth and stuff. And all of our shoes got sucked away in this flood. And these little 4th graders, they went through this crazy experience where they could have died. And I had this amazing moment where I was listening to some music on a little handheld radio we had, and watching my kids, and they were building these tent platforms. They were making a tent city out of Red Cross blankets that were given to us by Red Cross. It's like our only possession, really. And they were all having fun. And I had this moment where I teared up and just realized that we don't need a whole lot as people. We really only need each other. And it was one of the most profound moments in my life. And it just made me realize that I can do a lot more than I ever thought I could do. I can make a difference more so than I ever thought I could make. And so I set out in life to kind of do that, making a difference off of minimal stuff, just just reach to each other. And that is the foundation of Diabolic Shrimp. That is the foundation of the Shrimpy Award. And so let's dive into our contestants. There were 23 contestants this year. Shrimpy Awards was highly successful. In fact, going forward, we're going to expand the Shrimpy Awards. There will be an award for our review readers. So I'm going to start building up that review reader core. So if you know readers that would love to be part of that, that's going to happen coming up in August, September timeframe. And there will be an award for the top reviewer as well. And so it's going to be really, really exciting. So it's going to be a blast. So, oh yes, thank you everyone, by the way, for chiming in. Con Lavery agreed, less is far more. Excellent. Yes. Until we're in here, this show, we're all about shameless self-promotion. So the more you can promote yourself, by all means. So do that in the live chat too. Talk about your own books. It's okay to do that here. Children are so resilient. Thanks for sharing your story. Thanks, Lynn. I agree. So thanks, Maureen. I appreciate it as well. Loved your story. And so here we go. Going into our contestees, if you will, and it's going to be exciting. Who is going to win? By all means, speculate down there in the live chat as we go. I'm just going to talk briefly about each one of you that submitted, and then we'll get to our winner. So thank you all for joining me, by the way, on a Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're at in the world. Maureen Ahmed teaches us that married couples sometimes keep secrets from each other with an excerpt from The Pacifist. You should always be careful what you wish for, at least if you wish to be a bit taller, as Rich Allen shows us in the short story, Pepe. Take a dive into the deep recesses of human emotion with Eleazar's poetry collection, Scribbles of the Mind. And I'm sorry if I'm butchering everyone's names. Do correct me. Dale already did. I saw that. And so please do correct me. I do try and get everyone's name out loud. Luis Belanger shows us that there is a beauty in all things with the poem God Lifts the Veil. Dr. A.R. Davis ponders our place in the universe with the poem Insignificance. Ross Eberly wows us with the epic struggle between two powerful forces with The Decision. David Allen Edmonds reminds us that there's a powerful and lasting impact our parents leave in our lives, for better or for worse, in fathers. We learn that traveling and experiencing another culture and place are only the beginning of the adventure as strange things start happening in Anna Faversham's excerpt from Immortality. This is probably a novel. We learn that anger and hate cut both ways and often can be our demise in George Hahn's tense short story, Forgiveness. A unique solution is presented to a family struggling with a woman's addiction to books, something maybe everyone here probably struggles with, in the short Mulberry Family Dilemma, written by Lynn Hallbrooks with contributions by Belinda Witzenhausen. I hope I pronounced that correct. I'm sorry if I messed up your name. A robbery, a chance encounter, and a date delayed, all intertwined, giving a deep snapshot of the complicated life of Detective Gagan in Handsome by Teresa Jacobs. Karen Jones shows us a unique and suspenseful way to give your heart away in a romance with His Heart. Kelly Kay teaches us the magic of everyday things with The Supermarket, and I will never look at canned food the same again after reading that one. Kayla Krantz shows us that even dystopian societies have a place in the Christmas story genre with Empty Branches. Did you hear that? Even sounds can be deadly, leaving a small town on edge in David Cummer's Awful Sound. Everything has to devour life in order to thrive. Con Laverly examines the morality of this in his suspenseful sci-fi short, Harvesters. Dale Lehman, I got it correct this time. Dale Lehman introduces us to the Khan couple gearing up for the big heist with a chapter from Weasel Words. Darkness creeping across the land calls for some unlikely heroes to band together in the epic fantasy The Craftsman and the Wizard by Joel Newland. Daniel Nguyen gives us a deep look at the struggle to contend with alcohol abuse and abuse with The Thirst. Running home late from work just as the zombie apocalypse starts, Robert Ottone reminds us that perhaps it is best to take the stairs with Elevator of the Dead. So we have somebody here to support Dale Lehman. All right, Dwayne, welcome. So betting on Dale. There's Team Dale for one. Go ahead and shout out who you think is going to win by this point. So shout out yourself too, by the way. We're about shameless self-promotion here. So one girl's search for why a Christmas tradition started yield interesting results in Tess Pritchard's Why Did We String Popcorn on the Tree? Katrine Russell examines the blurred moral line between right and wrong in a world struggling with demons with the dark fantasy excerpt from The Power of Conviction. And lastly, looking for a bit of over-the-top action humor, Calvin Watson introduces us to a tough-talking, larger-than-life, no-nonsense, ultimately patriotic one-man warrior out for justice, or something resembling justice with a lot of explosions, in the chapter excerpt from Attorney at War. Well, it has been a true pleasure to be reading everyone's work. I was blown away by our contestants this year. I honestly, like, as weird as it is, I've read a lot of your work and I've loved so much of your work, but with short stories, I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And I did not expect the quality that I found. I was so blown away. I really, really struggled. This is the only competitive thing on Diabolic Shrimp. Everything else is built around cooperation. Everything is built around support. But the Shrimpy Awards, there could be only one winner, and it was so challenging for me to judge your stories and your poems and your excerpts from your books. It was just absolutely such an incredible experience, and I'm looking forward to it again next year. I'm looking forward to rereading people's work next year if you didn't have a chance to win, but there can be only one winner, and our winner of our Shrimpy Awards this year, the winner of the $50 of the badge, of the prestige of the Shrimpy Awards, our winner goes to Dale Lehman for Weasel Words, his excerpt from Weasel Words. Everyone give a shout out to Dale. I know it's a bit disappointing if you didn't win, but give a shout out to Dale. And we're going to bring Dale on for his acceptance speech. Dale, I'm going to unmute you. Give me a sec. There you go, Dale. Well, you won the Shrimpy Awards.
Wow. Thank you, Josh. You know, I have to do the acceptance speech right. So, thank you to Josh. Thank you to the Academy, which I believe that's also Josh. Am I right about that?
Yeah, I am the entire Academy of Diabolic Shrimp. I'm the emperor.
You get two thank yous. I also have to thank my wife Kathleen, who's sitting beside me doing some crochet. She's kind of off camera, but Kathleen is, every success that I have in my writing is her success because she taught me how to write. From years ago when we were in college on through today, and she is still trying to teach me. She's got a big job. So
I disagree. I loved your work.
Deep thanks to her. Also, I want to give a thank you to a couple other members of my family, some of whom are here, to Andrea, my oldest daughter, who actually did the editing for Weasel. Well, no, she didn't do the editing for Weasel Words. She did the editing for Space Operatic before, which was the book I did before this, but she's helped me out too. I think Elizabeth is on, my youngest daughter. She also helped out with some beta reading, probably not on Weasel Words, but on some of my other works. My son-in-law, William Bullock, who's Andrea's husband, he also did some beta reading. So yeah, writing, they say that writing is a solitary activity, but it really is not. You get involved with a lot of people when you are working on something, especially on a novel. Last but not least, I want to say that this is a real honor, even though it's a small award, because I am the only person in the entire history of the world, at least for the next year, who can say I have a golden shrimpy.
Yes,
and it's hard to say that kind of thing with a straight face, but I actually do appreciate it, Josh. So thank you very much, and for putting all this together. You've done a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you. Well, Dale, I just want to say, I'm throwing up all these. Everyone's so supportive. This is what I love about our community is that I know it's disappointing for especially if you were a contestant, and but I just love how supportive this community is, how this community looks out for other people. Except for Dr. Davis, he says you had. Shouldn't you be holding a golden shrimp? Well, I'll send it to you this way. So we're a digital golden shrimp. I wasn't able to get enough gold, this year. So maybe down the road we'll get a real actual one. So,
I think we actually are going to have shrimp for dinner to celebrate sometime this week, but it won't be gold because that's hard to digest.
Yeah, well, as much as we're the least professional talk show. We're the smallest award of the internet. So maybe instead of gold, you'll just get like a wrapper or something. But hey, Dale, like just briefly, I read Weasel Words. Just briefly get a chance to share it, everyone, because Weasel Words was an excerpt from your novel. So just share briefly about your novel, and then we'll thank everyone for being on. And it's a short spiel, but I really appreciate you and your work, right, and everyone's work that's submitted. So Dale, tell us just briefly about Weasel Words.
Okay, well, Weasel Words is my 5th novel that I've published. My first 3 were my Howard County mysteries. I'm working on the 4th one of those now. Space Operatic was the 4th novel I published. Weasel Words was the 5th. It actually began as a joke in a flash fiction story, which just goes to show that flash fiction is not a toy. It's a real part of writing. Mm-hmm. I introduced this couple, Bernard and Melody. At the time, they didn't have a last name. They became Earls, Bernard and Melody Earls, who are a husband and wife team of thieves. They rob from the rich and give to themselves. They began life as basically Bernard plans this brilliant jewelry store robbery, and Melody messes it up by getting everything that he says hilariously wrong. And like I said, it was just a joke. I ended up writing several more stories about them, and very quickly fell so much in love with them that I wanted to put them into a novel. But they were very one-dimensional characters and just existed for the purpose of the joke. And it was basically the same joke in every short story. Bernard plans, Melody messes it up. In the course of writing the novel, I had to develop their characters a lot more than that to make them somewhat believable. Now, it is a comedy. Everything that happens is ridiculous in some way. All the characters are ridiculous in some way. But the gist of it is there is a very rich family of brothers and sisters who have a family mascot, which is a sterling silver statuette of a pine marten. Do you know what a pine marten is?
It's like a weasel, pretty much.
Weasel, right. So there is a backstory as to why their family mascot is a weasel. But the upshot is they've been fighting over this thing for decades, and it's not that valuable. But finally, one of the brothers decides he's going to take matters into his own hands, and he hires Bernard to steal it. Now, of course, this is a rich family. They have a lot of very expensive things in their very expensive houses, and so they have very expensive security. So it's not really an easy thing to do. But there's also this question in Bernard's mind is, why do they want us to steal something that isn't that valuable when these people are filthy rich? Mm. So he and Melody insinuate themselves into the family, posing her as a model and him as her agent, even though everybody knows they're married, but that's their kind of their cover, which comes about accidentally. And just turns into another running joke. And ultimately, I'm not going to tell you the ending, of course, but ultimately they manage to get what they want while sticking it to this family of rich buffoons. So,
well, and I had such a blast with that one of just that character development and just the how it was poured out. And so, well, Dale, you are our first ever Shrimpy Award winner. There will be more coming down the road, but for now, you get to enjoy the nice, quiet peace of being the only Shrimpy Award winner in the entire world. So Dale, congratulations!
Thank you again.
Keep on, and we're going to be celebrating you this week as well. I'll be building a page around you on Diabolic Shrimp's Shrimpy Award page. But Dale, thank you so much for submitting and winning the Shrimpy Awards.
Oh, thank you, and I'll just mention one other real quick thing if I got time.
By all means.
Obviously, all of my books are available on Amazon. They're both in print and in ebook. And normally I sell the ebooks for $4.99 and the print books for $12.95. But during the pandemic and all of the attendant chaos, I decided to make things a little bit easier on people by dropping all the ebook prices to $2.99. So at least until the economy somewhat recovers, I guess, I'm going to keep them at that price level. So if anybody's interested in buying them, it's a great time to do it because they're cheap.
Yes.
If you read print books, I try to help out my newsletter subscribers with coupons, but I can't do too much there because of the cost of printing. So
yeah, well, and we totally get it. I was like, most of us are all like authors, so we understand it has to be sustainable. And well, awesome. Well, yeah, definitely. Well, Dale, thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me here and winning that Shrimpy Award.
Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Well, that was exciting. I had such a blast getting to run this contest with you. It's going to be running all year long for the rest of eternity. Hopefully, it's so that's the intent anyway. Again, if you didn't win this year, your work is still going to be considered. If you want to switch out your work and change it up, you're welcome to do that at any time. We'll be considering all of your submissions for next year as well, and so it's going to be really exciting. So I appreciate all of you for spending a little bit of time today with me, just making this fun. Diabolic Shrimp is all about having a bit of fun, supporting authors, supporting readers, and just connecting everyone together in a community that is meaningful and caring. If you want to support Dale, again, like he was saying, his books are kind of on sale right now, so it's a great time for it. Check those out. I'm going to be building a page once again on Diabolic Shrimp where he gets to show off his work, and let's all go support him. And or if you're like the person who got beaten in this contest, you can buy his book and burn it if you want, and then that works out too. And so, but hey, I really do appreciate everyone that submitted to this. I was blown away. I'm honestly humbled by all of your work. I was blown away just by the quality. And it was just such a fantastic chance for me to check out your work more. I love all you in this community. Keep writing, keep submitting your work. I'm going to be here always to support you. So reach out to me if you ever need support. Appreciate all of you. This has been our first ever Shrimpy Awards. We'll see you next year. And check out the rest of the channel if you like. Subscribe and buy any of my books if you want to support this channel and support universally good causes like childhood disease research or planting trees or ocean exploration. So I appreciate you all. You are all wonderful people. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. This has been the first ever Shrimpy Awards, and it has been a success. Have a good one.